Yo, my name is Boštjan from BossLifehacks.com, and I'm here in South Beach, Miami, and I'm at a really cool spot. Okay, there is a zombie apocalypse hand going out of the water right here, right? And it's a really good metaphor, or however you pronounce that, for today's topic. Today's topic is, are you getting too old, and how to stop compare yourself with other people. And just another glance at that art, because it's really pretty and amazing. It's about 7 a.m. and I woke up too early. I woke up at 6. I couldn't sleep. I went to bed at 2 because I had this thing buzzing in my head, you know, like these ideas, and I should do this, I should do that. And what I noticed is that, you know, when you can't sleep, it's usually for some reason. If it's not like physical or whatever, you know, it's usually some things that you need to talk through, think through, and then it becomes better, and you find really good solutions and inspiration. So here's my video for you. Again, a zombie apocalypse hand. So good. Look, so the thing is, I'll open this one with how personally I think about this, and then expand, right? Comparison with other people, you know. Am I getting too old? I hear this a lot, right? Am I getting too old? Look, I'm 25 now, and I think I'm killing it. I honestly believe I'm doing my life very well, you know. I have a very decent amount of money coming in, and more to come. You know, I'm pretty much happy in my romantic relationships. I read a lot. My body is in great shape. I meditate. To be honest, you know, if I would be to die tomorrow, I think I could do it, you know, with a smile on my face, hopefully. However, you know, despite everything being on the right track, and actually, you know, like killing it pretty hard, or like being very, you know, killing it is very performance based term, you know. I would also almost say like doing well, you know, being content with what is, and how I am, and how things around me are. And what I wanted to say is, despite all this, despite it's going pretty well, I still compare myself to other people sometimes, right? I'm like, oh, why don't I have Z amount of money? Oh, why I don't have 10 girlfriends? Oh, why I don't, you know, still be able to go to any restaurant, buy anything I want, and just chill, right? Still I have these thoughts. For example, a month ago I worked with somebody in Barcelona, a client. He was 19, okay? He's 19, and he makes 7 figures a year. That's $1 million. Even more than that, right? A year, 19. There is like nothing I can ever do, you know, or very hard, you know. It's gonna be very hard for me to catch up with him, right? Or you know, there's some people, I meet a lot of people, you know, because I travel a lot. I meet a lot of very cool people, and some of them are extremely young. Not all of them, but some of them, right? And you see, even my words here, some of them are extremely young. Dude, I'm fucking young. I'm young as fuck. I'm 25, and I already traveled, I don't know, like 35 countries or something. And you know, I have a website, you know, like different sources of income. You know, I know quite a lot about spirituality, body mechanics, you know, how to optimize my life. I'm pretty grateful and happy on a day-to-day basis, which is very important, right? And yet again, I'm like, oh, you know, he's 19 and I'm 25, and you know, and blah blah blah, you know. And it gets even worse, right? When you get older, it gets even worse. But when are you too old for something? Here's the question. So look, a good metaphor of, or a good image of what can happen is in the movie American Beauty, right? Meet Jim.
My name is Lester Burnham. This is my neighborhood. This is my street. This is my life. I'm 42 years old. In less than a year, I'll be dead. Of course, I don't know that yet. And in a way, I'm dead already.
Right? The opening scene opens with Jim under the shower, and Jim is masturbating, right? He's about 40, midlife, whatever, and then he realizes something pretty important. He realizes that he doesn't love his wife, he doesn't even know his own daughter, not really. He hates his job, absolutely hates it. And, he figures out, okay, fuck, my life is a mess. Despite on the surface level seems well, lives in a nice house, nice neighborhood, blah blah blah, right? So what happens? Jim decides to quit the job. Actually, he blackmails his boss for money. He buys an expensive sports car, starts to work out, goes to the gym, smokes weed, and then hits on the colleague of his daughter, which is not even of age yet, right? So some pretty drastic changes to Jim's life. Also check out the movie American Beauty, is awesome. One of my favorite movies. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Do you see, this is one of the things why travel is so amazing, because it instant awareness, instant appreciation. It's just so beautiful, right? So back to the topic of are you too old? And despite feeling this on occasions, on a day-to-day, weekly basis, most of the time I'm pretty content. I stopped comparing myself because I realized that, it doesn't help you, So how you can do that? How you actually stop comparing yourself to other people. It's super key if you want to be, happy and content with this life, because, otherwise it's never gonna happen, right? At the moment I'm hanging out with a lot of great performers and achievers. It's crazy. People who make 6-7 figures, running their own businesses, whole groups, teams of people, making things happen, wise people, people who are, in certain aspects, complete masters, However, not all of them are completely fulfilled. I mean, there's probably no such thing as complete fulfillment, right? Or, if you become enlightened or whatever. But still that comparison is there, no matter how much you make, you can still find somebody who's better, who's killing it even more, who's even more successful, more rich, or more, better in some way, right? So the only thing that you can do is to stop comparing yourself to other people, right? Because here's the thing, you're unique, right? You had your own obstacles, that nobody else went through, your own bullshit, whatever, legacy your parents left you with, or whatever hardships you had to overcome in your life. You're your own person, so there's no way you can compare yourself to somebody other. And I'm not saying that this can be like an excuse. So they had an easier life because they had more money when they were growing up, or because they have better connections, or because they live here and there. No, fuck all that. I mean, obviously it does matter to some extent, socioeconomic status, but it's not the determining factor, right? We've seen people come to, a rise to great success, wealth, respect, or whatever it is that you prefer, from very, very poor backgrounds, So it's not the defining factor, right? So back to the rant, right? Stop comparing yourself to other people, because that will never ever make you happy. This is compared to a very big topic, which is fear of missing out, right? And I felt it pretty hard here in Miami this year, right? Why? Because I'm working, you know, trying to do good videos. Not just this is a side hustle for now, right? It's gonna become, you know, bigger one, but it's side hustle for now, right? So I'm working, you know, for Max. Some of you know him. Trying my best to do cool videos, you know. I'm also in the middle of, you know, publishing a book. Like, it's gonna come out in 2 weeks from now. It's crazy. I'm so happy, right? But there's a lot of work compared to it, and there's also like 2 video shoots that are coming up in the Netherlands and in London at the same time. So there's a lot to think about, right? And if I also want to like keep myself healthy, you know, I need to go to the gym, I need to take care of my nutrition, cook some nice food, and there's no other time. There's no other time that I could spend it partying, going out, meeting chicks, whatever. It can't. Like, I can go out, but then, you know, till 6 a.m., sleep 4 hours till 10, and then I'm fucked. I can do this for a day or 2, and then I break down, right? I don't want that, right? It's not healthy. So, sacrifice, you know, fear of missing out. It's like you see other people doing cool shit. Facebook is very, very dangerous for that, right? You see other people doing cool shit, and then you think you should be doing cool shit, you know? Oh, why would I study hard for 3 months when I see other people partying, right? Why would I put in hours and hours of hard and concentrated work, which can be very fulfilling, by the way, when I could just, you know, like get high and go out and pimp it with my buddies, right? You know, it's very hard, this fear of missing out. And why I said that Facebook is very dangerous, because it shows you that, you know, people on Facebook and other social media, usually they only show you the good sides of their life, you know. Nobody usually writes, oh, I'm feeling depressive and I can't get out of my bed right now, right? People usually don't do that. If you want, you can also check hashtag what you don't see. Hashtag what you don't see is a hashtag that people with depression use, and they're trying to spread awareness about it, right? So what I'm saying is, if you know, already have some questions about yourself and stuff, and then you put that on top of you know, Facebook, social media, where people only show you, you know, somehow engineered realities, altered realities, only the best sides of themselves, you know, how cool they are. You know, I'm guilty of that as well, how I travel, cool pictures of myself. You know, it's not gonna get any better. You'll feel this massive, like, you know, in your gut, like you can feel it, like, like I should be doing this and that, why am I not doing this and that? And then as a result, you will feel like shit. You know, you will not feel content, you will not feel happy at all. Why? Because you're not living your life. You're not living your life, you're not living your reality. Oh, check this hand out. It's so cool, man. I love this, you know, when the clouds and the water and the sea. Check this out. So cool. So what tools do you have? What sort of tools do you have in order to make this better, right? I would say the biggest thing here is that you go on this journey of self-discovery, right? On this path of self-discovery. It's not an easy path, especially if you're willing to face, you know, like some, you know, not so pretty things about yourself, some deeper truths. However, this in turn will also make you way more happier, and it will allow you to stop comparing yourself to other people, because you'll see, okay, I carry this much shit, you know, inside, and this and this big amount of like great things as well, right? It's always two sides, you know. It's never is just nice and never is just bad. It's always a combination of really positive aspects and some like pretty dark shit as well, right? And once you kind of discover that, or start discovering that, you will be on your path, and then it doesn't matter, you know. Okay, sorry, my camera battery run dry, or actually the SD card of the phone. I need to get bigger one, right? Bigger is better. Bigger is better. I knew it all the time. Just kidding. All right. So to continue, right? You know, you need to find your own truth, your own deeper truth. So initiation rituals, you know, what the like the Indians or other tribes would do, cast away, you know, the members of the tribe. Like, obviously you can't do that in the same extent. There are certain organizations that offer you similar things, even in nature. I did a 3-day nature retreat with no food once. yes, once in Tenerife a few years ago, actually, with a good friend. That was really cool. But you know, you can do your own thing. Go travel. It's literally the same. You are going to a land where you know nobody and no one, and then you're forced to grow. There is no other way. That's why we say, you know, travel. You know, travel. And how it changes you and how you can get hooked on it, right? But you kind of need to have it balanced, you know, because, you know, it's easy to just like spend all your money on travel and then you're broke again and just repeat the process. I would say the goal is to kind of become or come to a place of financial and temporal freedom, right? You have the freedom of time and money, and then you are free to discover these deeper truths, right? So there's a lot of puzzles in this story, and this has been a super long video, especially in terms of my channel already, but I think there's a lot of good nuggets for you as well, right? So just to like kind of shortly conclude and check out one more time, yeah, the zombie apocalypse hand of Miami. I love it, I love it. To conclude, are you too old? And how to stop comparing yourself to other people, right? We all have felt this fear, or like, you know, this has been going through my mind. Oh, am I too old? You know, I haven't done all the things that I want to do. What about those people? So all these fears and all this stems out of one core issue, which is not following your truth. It's not following your path. And then if you don't know what you're about, what drives you, what's important for you, which sort of things, then you look to other people, you know, you look, oh, you know, cars and women, they make people happy, so I'm gonna strive for that. But it might not be your truth, right? So I would say I would say you are definitely not too old, no matter how old you are. It's just you have to find your own truth. It's not easy, it's a journey. I can't give you the answer. You have to find it for yourself. It involves a lot of, you know, uncomfortableness, a lot of fear, a lot of discovery. However, it also, you know, has a lot of things like this. I can't stop looking at it. A lot of things like this zombie apocalypse hand in Miami, right? A lot of wonder, a lot of excitement, a lot of smiles for no reason, a lot of beautiful things, right? There's always these two sides of the coin, right? However, if you are asking yourself the question, if I am too old, you know, then you're probably not living your truth. And if you're not doing that, well, fuck, you know. I really want you to be brave, to have strength, to start searching for it, you know. And again, it might be something completely different than even what you might think, you know. For example, you know, I know I'm at the moment I'm a lot about, oh yeah, you know, make money, business, and yeah, spirituality. I mean, all that's cool. What I noticed is that I really like working with kids, so I'll definitely go back to that, you know. Once I have this temporal financial freedom, I'll definitely go back to that. I think kids are awesome. I'm a social worker by education, and I think they're just so unstifled, like they do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just really amazing. I want to work with kids again, learn from them, and, you know, hopefully try to improve lives of some of them, right? You know, so you definitely need to find that, you know, that truth of your own, and then, you know, things become good. Things become pretty good. That was a super ranty rant. I won't cut out a lot. I will put in some nice B-roll of Miami to hopefully keep you entertained. If you managed to listen this far, thank you. Thank you from my heart. I'm guessing you got something out of it. I hope, you know, these thoughts help you discover your things or where you need to go. Let me know what you think about these sort of longer videos. Did they help you? Do you think it's too ranty, too long? Let me know. There's some birds flying out to say goodbye, and yeah, regards from South Beach, Miami. Bosch from BossLifehacks. Peace.